everyone, welcome to Adventures in Everyday Cooking, where every day can be an adventure in your kitchen. My name is Heather, and if you caught the 12 skills video about making your own butter, you know that I had buttermilk left over that I wanted to figure out how to use. So today I decided we're gonna make buttermilk biscuits from scratch. No using Bisquick here. We're gonna do it from scratch, and this is my first time doing it ever. So, are you ready for this adventure? Let's get started. What you're going to need is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 6 tablespoons of cold unsalted butter, and 3/4 of a cup of cold buttermilk, plus a little more for the tops of the biscuits. Okay, and according to the recipe, this is going to be really a quick video. So what we're going to do is in our food processor, we're going to add 2 cups of flour, our baking soda, our salt, our baking powder, and our sugar. Now, if you don't have a food processor, you can do this all by hand, but this makes it much simpler. And if you have a food processor, use it. It's there to be used. This makes it amazing. I do this type of short crust dough in my food processor all the time. So we're just gonna give it a couple little pulses, and now we're going to add the butter. So this is cold butter, unsalted, and I am just going to turn it on and start dropping in my butter. And let's check it. And as soon as we see all of the butter mixed throughout and everything looks kind of real crumbly like, we're gonna switch because I don't want to overwork. I want them to be light and fluffy. Did you see that the cabinet was open? I was in such a hurry to get these biscuits done that I left the cabinet open. Rude. Okay, so we're gonna dump it all into a bowl. And then we're gonna take our beautiful buttermilk from the other day, and we need 3/4 of a cup of very cold buttermilk. And we're gonna bring it together with a wooden spoon. All right, and once you see it kind of pull together in a dough, we're gonna transfer it to our pastry mat. Now, if you don't have a pastry mat, you can just use your counter, but I like using my pastry mat because it's easier to clean. All right, and as I mentioned, I've literally never made biscuits from scratch before. I don't know why. It's probably one of those skills that we need, but I don't know that I would call this a skill because we already did bread. I mean, I guess this could be a skill, but I'm not gonna name it as such. Okay, so it's still kind of sticky, and I'm pretty sure, let's see. Place dough onto lightly floured surface and pat down into a 1/2 inch rectangle. 1/2 inch thick rectangle. Okay, not sure what 1/2 inch is, so it says to measure, so I'm gonna measure 1/2 inch. Okay, a little bit smaller, okay? All right, next direction says to cut the biscuits. All right, and then we are gonna take our biscuit cutter. Let's go, let's see, it says a 2.5 inch biscuit cutter. Yes, I own biscuit covers and cutters, and I've never made biscuits, no judgment. Okay, and then we are going to cut the biscuits. Okay, so I'm gonna do 1. How many is this supposed to make? 10 biscuits. Ay, ay, ay. All right, well, there's 1. Oh, that's why they say to flour it. It gets stuck. Okay, okay, okay. I'll listen. It says to flour it. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get as many as they say that I'm gonna get, but we'll see. All right, I guess we're gonna push this dough back together and do it again. Okay, that one's a little small. So makes 9 and a baby one. We'll give that one to the dog. She'll enjoy it. Okay, All right, let's get this onto the prepared tray. And we're just going to get our biscuits straight on. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna get into the 450 degree preheated oven for 15 to 17 minutes. So I'll be back in 15 to 17 minutes. Okay, in my haste to get them in the oven, I did not brush buttermilk over the top, but I don't think that matters. I think that's just to help them brown up. But I just peeked and they are brown and beautiful. So I'm fine with having skipped that step, but they're ready to come out and I can't wait to eat them. I love hot buttermilk biscuits. Are you ready? Let's get them out. Oh my goodness. Okay, not bad for my first buttermilk biscuit adventure. I feel like a few of them didn't rise as much as they really should have, but some of them are very risy. My first buttermilk biscuit. Check it out. All right, and the directions say to brush them all with butter. So let's do that spot because butter makes everything better, right? And now let's bust into one. So I'm gonna use the same one. We're gonna see how flaky, oh wow. That looks fantastic. And I'm gonna brush the inside with a little bit of this melted butter. I was gonna use my cubed butter, but this is already melted. Why wouldn't I use that? Here we go. Here comes the moment of truth. Can I make a buttermilk biscuit? Oh. Oh, dang. What? I did not expect that to be melt in your mouth delicious. Oh my goodness. I don't know where this recipe came from, but this is a keeper. Oh, it's light. My mouth is literally watering. This is such a good biscuit. Oh, I'm so happy. Maybe this is a 12 skill. Maybe this is a skill that you need because biscuits and gravy with this, would be so good. These are so amazing. They're light, they're fluffy, they're flaky, they're delicious. If you have not made buttermilk biscuits before, you need to try this recipe. Just trust me. That was so easy and that is so delicious. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That's so good. Okay. Now, the temptation in me says to use the rest of that buttermilk to make a whole slew of these and get them in my freezer. However, I have a feeling that some of you have some buttermilk recipes that you want to share with me, right? So I want you to leave me a comment and tell me what you would make with fresh buttermilk because I'm all about the adventure. All right, you guys. Well, if you enjoyed this quick adventure, give it a like, share it with your friends, and make some buttermilk biscuits because they're gonna knock your socks off. And if you have any ideas for me with the buttermilk, like I mentioned, leave me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, we will see you on the next adventure. I'm gonna eat all of these by myself. No judgment. Bye. And here's the after credits. There's only 5 left, and I'm not even done cleaning up the kitchen.